Unravel the chilling tale of the Twisted Ken and Barbie murder couple in this true crime expose. Join us as we delve into their dark secrets. Subscribe now. Ready to be shocked? Paul Kenneth Bernardo is a serial killer from Canada. He is also known as the Scarborough Rapist, the Schoolgirl A Murderer, and one of the Ken and Barbie killers. Between 1987 and 1990, he conducted a series of rapes in Scarborough, Ontario, before executing the 3 murders with former spouse Karla Homolka, including her younger sister Tammy Homolka. When Karla was 17 and Paul was 23, they met at a pet shop in Paul's hometown. Paul, a University of Toronto student, met Karla at a hotel restaurant and fell in love with her, but he surreptitiously attacked women throughout southern Ontario while their passion was growing. Paul had a terrible childhood, which included verbal assault from his mother and the discovery, at the age of 16, that his father was not his biological father. Paul began peering into his neighbors' windows when they undressed as a teenager. Despite his inappropriate actions, Paul kept it hidden from everyone. He had multiple girlfriends during his high school and college years who later accused him of being abusive. He grew obsessed with violence against women and dominating them, which led to his involvement with the Ken and Barbie killers. Over 13 months in late 1987 and early 1988, 11 separate women in Scarborough were attacked by a guy known as the Scarborough Rapist. He'd take them in the middle of the night and sexually abuse them from behind, so they couldn't see his face. The case concerned a dangerous subtype of rapist with an angry, sadistic personality who brutalized women and could commit homicide. A woman assisted in the creation of a composite drawing of her attacker, Paul, which was made public. Friends of Paul saw a likeness and alerted authorities. Police collected DNA samples for testing, but it needed 2 years to receive results when the sample mysteriously vanished. During this period, Paul and Karla were madly in love with each other. He subsequently chose to relocate from Scarborough to St. Catharines, where she lived, and the two married in December 1989 during a romantic trip to Niagara Falls. Karla quickly discovered her fiancé's cruel sexual deviance, and according to the documentary, just 2 days before Christmas in 1990, she decided to assist him in drugging her then 15-year-old sister, Tammy, so he could have sex with her. Tammy's drink was spiked with sleeping tablets by the two of them. Paul allegedly raped the kid while Karla held her down, and then he allegedly instructed Karla to rape her as well, all while videotaping the entire thing. Tammy began to vomit after that, and she unfortunately choked on her own vomit, causing her to suffocate to death. Paul and Karla contacted 911, stating she had passed out due to intoxication. She was declared lifeless at the hospital, and officials determined that she died naturally. Paul woke Karla up in the middle of the night on June 15, 1991, just days before their wedding, with a gift, a young girl he had kidnapped. Paul had kidnapped 14-year-old Leslie Mahaffey from her Burlington, Canada, garden and planned to keep her as his sexual slave. Leslie, a young woman, was taken captive by a man who raped her and recorded the assaults with Karla's knowledge. Leslie was suffocated to death within 24 hours, and her body was discovered 2 weeks later by fishermen at Lake Gibson. The couple's attractiveness and brilliance made them difficult to understand, and interest in the case was not aroused by the heinousness of the murders. Kristen French, 15, was taken while going home from school on April 16, 1991, by the newlyweds. According to eyewitnesses, Karla requested the adolescent to come over to their car because they needed directions, but Paul grabbed her and dragged her inside the vehicle. Before killing Kristen, the pair kept her in their house for days, raping, sexually assaulting, and beating her while recording the attacks. Days later, her body was recovered in a hole on the side of the road. Karla, on the other hand, decided to leave Paul in January 1993 after he allegedly hit her with a flashlight, and left her with 2 black eyes and a damaged rib. Karla, who claimed Paul coerced her to engage in the killings, was caught after police matched Paul's DNA sample to the Scarborough Rapist inquiry. She was convicted on 2 charges of manslaughter and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Following her conviction, authorities discovered videotapes of the couple committing the crimes, which showed Karla assisting Paul and participating in some of them herself. Dr. Berlin claimed she was an accomplice rather than a victim. Paul, 31, was convicted guilty of 9 crimes, including kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment, unlawful assault with a weapon, and murder, on September 1, 1995, and sentenced to life in prison. Critics claim that Karla's plea agreement, dubbed the deal with the devil, was too mild for Paul. On February 17, 1993, Paul was arrested and charged with 9 charges. Karla was the prosecutor's major witness at his trial 2 years later. She accused Paul of being the mastermind behind the crime, sparking outrage and criticism. Karla was freed on July 5, 2005, after serving 12 years in prison. She relocated to Montreal, where she remarried and has 3 children. She now lives a normal life away from the spotlight, but many people believe she received an unfair sentence. "All we can do now is hope she doesn't hurt anyone else," Greg said in the documentary. Paul, on the other hand, is still in prison and was denied release on June 22, 2021. Thanks for joining the chilling journey into the twisted world of the Ken and Barbie murder couple. Delve deeper into true crime with us. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more gripping tales. Stay curious, stay connected.